Cooking with Lime Vitality Essential Oil. Part of summer is having fun with friends and family, and sharing food and beverage is a time-honored tradition. So select a few great recipes, cook them up, invite your friends and family over, and enjoy the food. Summer does not have to mean eating junk food, and we're going to make 3 tasty and healthy lime-infused options for you today. Be sure to grab the PDF linked below, Surviving Summer, to get all of the exact measurements for these recipes and additional marinades and dressings. Now, every good meal starts with a yummy starter. So let's begin with a lemon lime guacamole. These recipes incorporate oils that support a variety of body systems. Lime Vitality supports digestive, immune, and respiratory systems, and lemon does as well. So let's get started with the lemon lime guacamole. You're going to want 2 ripe avocados seeded and mashed with a fork, 1 to 2 tablespoons of red onion finely chopped, and we also mixed in our 2 garlic cloves crushed, and then we have our tomatoes. You're going to need lime vitality essential oil, lemon vitality essential oil, and your fresh cilantro. So let's get started. We've already got our avocados in there, so we're just going to add in, sticking to the edge there a bit, our onion and our garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. Now we're going to add in our tomatoes. Those came out beautifully. And now we're going to add in the cilantro. Perfect. And now we're going to add in our drop of lemon vitality essential oil. And now we're going to add our lime vitality essential oil. And I'm going to grab the salt. And of course, you're just going to salt to taste. I've been pregnant for the better part of the last decade and a half, so I tend to like a lot of salt. But you do you and what works for you. So you're just going to blend that all in until it's incorporated in a way you like. You can mash it further if you want. If you have picky little kids like some of us do, you might want to just use an immersion blender to make this nice and smooth. And then you're going to serve your guacamole with tortilla chips. Next, grill marinades. Store-bought grill marinades have a shelf life, which means the ingredients lose flavor and intensity the longer they sit there, plus they often have preservatives that we don't want. Now, the secret to mastering marinades is knowing the effects of various marinating times and durations. So today we're going to be working with chicken. And for some reason that lid was a little bit hard to get off. Okay, and so the longer you marinate something, the more flavorful it's going to get. When you marinate for 2 hours or less, you're just going to impact the surface flavor. And when you marinate for 6, 8, 24 hours, you're going to get a really full flavor. The thicker cut your meat is, the more you want to marinate so it has time to absorb all the way into the middle. So here is a favorite in our house. It is full of flavor and free of preservatives and includes the following oils: lemon vitality and lime vitality, which we talked about as being good for your digestive, immune, and respiratory system. But we're also going to have coriander, which supports your digestive system and your hormones, and black pepper vitality. And this supports your digestive system and your nervous system. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pour our lime juice in. Now, if you're cooking on the grill, you're going to want to add 1/3 cup of olive oil or avocado oil. And I'm not going to do that because I'm going to put this in the slow cooker later on. Next, you're going to add in your spices. So I've already blended up our red pepper flakes, our chili powder, our cumin, and our salt. And so I'm going to pour that in as well. And now I'm going to add the essential oils. So I have lemon, lime, black pepper. Normally we would use a vitality here, but I used all of it up last time we made this recipe. The good news is it's the same quality and product, it just has a different label. So this one is still safe for internal use. And now we're going to add in our coriander. And I'm going to stir those all together. Drip, drip. And then I'm going to pour this over the chicken. And I'm going to let this marinate. I'm going to grab that spoon to get a little more of the spices out. For about 6 hours. If I were cooking on the grill, I'm actually going to slow cook this for about 4 hours when I get home. So that is our delicious grill marinade. This is going to make really tasty tacos for you. And just remember, when you're using citrus essential oils, you want to use glass or stainless steel, which is why I haven't used a Ziploc bag in this case. Now it is time for mojitos, and this is one of my absolute favorite summer drinks. And you're going to need a couple of supplies to do this. You're going to need a shaker, you're going to need a muddler, a spoon, and then of course your ingredients: rum, agave syrup, ice, fresh squeezed lime juice, mint, and sparkling water. Oh yeah, and you'll need a little measure for your drink. So the first thing, I have already put in my mint, and you're just going to muddle that so that you can get those flavors coming through and strong. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Let me shake that off and set that aside. Next, you're going to need to get your shaker ready. Take that lid off. We'll go ahead and we're going to start with the white rum. Don't fall for spiced rum. That would be horrible in this recipe. And then next, we'll be getting the agave syrup. And of course, you can modify this to your taste. If it's a little bit too sweet, you could go less. If you like it really sweet, you could go a little bit more. Okay, and now I'm going to add my lime juice, and I'm going to do something a little bit differently just because we're using a syrup instead of like a sugar that you might use. I'm just going to make sure that agave syrup has incorporated really well. Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my ice. Let's get a little more. Okay, so I've got my ice, and now I'm going to add my Lime Vitality essential oil. Get 2 drops in there, and then I'm going to put the lid on my shaker, and I'm going to shake it up. I'm so excited to drink this. Once that feels like it's really well incorporated, you can see the metal has gotten really cold. You're going to go ahead and pour it into your serving glass, and then we're going to add the splash of soda at the top. And then I'm going to give it just one more stir so my mint is mixed in there good. And cheers, you have your mojito. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boldly Essential. Make sure that you grab the Surviving Summer Series PDF to get these recipes and more. And make sure that you're subscribed and share this with somebody else who would like to enjoy some oil-infused recipes that are healthy and delicious. Thanks for your time.